Okay, using the quadratic formula, you can solve word problems dealing with heights and distances and time. So we are going to do the word problem that was in your Chapter 2, Lesson 6 notes together. And then there are two at the bottom of this page that I would like you to try on your own. This document can be found in e-backpack under word problem for Chapter 2, Lesson 6, if you would like to fill out the problems on there. So, an athlete on a track team throws a shot put. The height y of the shot put in feet t seconds after it is thrown is modeled by y equals negative 16 t squared plus 24.6 t plus 6.5. The horizontal distance x in feet between the athlete and the shot put is modeled by x equals 29.3 t. To the nearest foot, how far does the shot put land from the athlete? So this formula right here, this x equals 29.3 t, tells us how far away the shot put is. In order to solve that, though, we need to know what t is. We want to know the time when it hits the ground. Well, the height of the shot put is y, and y is right here. Well, when it hits the ground, the height will be 0. So we are looking for zeros. And we know that the quadratic formula can find the zeros for us. So we need to take that equation and plug it into the quadratic formula. We can simplify that to find t. We can then plug t back in up here to find that distance. So first thing, we need to plug in a, b, and c. This is a, this is b, and this is c. So the formula tells us we have negative b, so we have negative 24.6 plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2 times a. Once you get the numbers plugged in, all that we then need to do is simplify. So we've got that negative 24.6 out front, and we have a plus or minus, and we still have our square root. Well, let's find 24.6 squared. So 24.6 squared is 605.16. Then we have a minus 4 times a negative 16 times 6.5, and we get a plus 416. And that is all over 2 times negative 16, which is negative 32. Let's simplify a little bit further, so we get negative 24.6 plus or minus the square root of 605.16 plus 416, and we get 1021.16 over negative 32. That square root is not friendly, so we will not try to simplify it. We will just work with it. So now you need to split your plus and minus sign. You're going to do negative 24.6 plus the square root of 1021.16 over negative 32, and the negative 24.6 minus the square root of 1021.16 over negative 32. Solve both of those to find your zeros. To solve that, type in your calculator negative 24.6 plus second square root 1021.16. Close your parentheses, press enter. Then press divided by negative 32. Press enter. Should have gotten negative 0.23. It's actually a very long decimal, but we'll round it to negative 0.23. Then do the same thing for the second one. So type in negative 24.6 minus second square root 1021.16. Close your parentheses, press enter. Then press divided by negative 32, press enter. You should get 1.77. We will round that one as well because it's very long. You just found the possibilities for t. Well, we can't have a negative time, so that is not the one we will use. We will use the positive time, which is 1.77. So we need to take that and plug it into here to find the distance that the shot put is from the athlete. So we must do 29.3 times 1.77. So if we type that in our calculator, we should get 51.861. They ask us for the distance to the nearest foot, so we would have 52 feet. Using this example, see if you can complete the two problems below this.